Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. All right, seeing as how this is the third video of the day, and I have in one video I multiplied 2-digit or 3-digit by 1-digit. In one video I multiplied 2-digit by 2-digit. This video I'm going to go ahead and show 3-digit by 2-digit. Now, relax. I know you're excited. Now, traditionally, Traditionally, I have students that come in to 5th grade that are like, I can't multiply. They're such a big number. I can't do that. Well, let me say it this way. This is called proximity control. So if you're talking and I stand here, then you're like, oh, I should stop. Proximity control. If you can multiply, if you know your 0 through 9 facts, it doesn't matter how many digits are in the factors. You are only multiplying a 1-digit number by a 1-digit number every single time. So if you don't know your 0 through 9s, 2 things. 1, you need to study. 2, in my class, you're allowed to use your multiplication chart. Your calculator. They can come over there. Your multiplication chart that is in your journal. But I'm going to prove to you how easy this is. Oh, I need to get my Team Shake app because I paid 99 cents for it. Alright, so Carlos, silence. Turn it down. Turn it down. Carlos, give me a 3-digit number.
264.
264. Brooklyn, give me a 2-digit number.
88.
88. Alright. Please make sure we're following along. Working this in our journal.
Oh, we're doing it.
Now, many of you, when I said we had to do a 3-digit by a 2-digit, many of you were like panicked and didn't think you could do it. Well, let's look at how simple multiplication is. We have a 3-digit factor and a 2-digit factor. Well, then we have to be able to multiply 3 by 2 digits. No, you have to be able to multiply 1 digit by 1 digit. Because I'm only multiplying 1 digit at a time. I'm only going to multiply my 8 times my 4. Then I find that product. Then I'm going to only multiply my 8 times my 6. Find that product. Then I'm only going to multiply my 8 times my 2. So I am just multiplying 1 digit by 1 digit at a time. So, Ari, what is 8 multiplied by 4? The product of 8 and 4.
32.
32. That means I have 2 1s and 3 10s. That's why you carry. That's why you carry. And all I have to do is multiply 8 times 4. I don't have to get freaked out because I got 5 numbers here and it's so hard. We don't have to do that. Ari, what is 8 times 6? 48. Plus we have the 3 10s extra.
So that would be 11.
48 plus 3.
Oh, 48. 48 plus 3.
51. That means I have 51 10s. That'd be like having 51 $10 bills. That ain't going to fit in my wallet. Not that I've ever had that problem before. Never had that problem. But if all of my students gave me a 10, no, that's probably it. 51 tens. That means I have 110 and 500s. That's why we carry it. Ari, 8 times 2.
16.
Plus the extra 200s or the extra 500s we have is
16
21. What I've just done here is I've multiplied 264 times 8. That is the product of 264 times 8. Jonas, when I'm multiplying, what is my next step?
Add a 0.
Why do I put this 0 here, Jonas? How many of you had teachers say, drop the egg? Y'all had teachers that say, drop the egg?
No, we never. No, our teacher made a toaster so they can drop the egg.
Let me tell you,
We know what rain looks like.
let me tell you why. They're not listening, so I have to pause. They're too concerned about the weather.
The weather's interesting. Yeah.
Let me explain. You know the 0 goes there. Let me tell you why. We're not multiplying in the ones place any longer. We're multiplying in the tens place. So this right here is just the same as saying 264 times 80. Because I'm multiplying in the tens place. I'm starting with this 8 in the tens place. That is why. That is why. It's not just because. It's not because I want to say drop the egg.
That sounds weird.
Bailey. Bailey. Listen. Bailey, what is 264 times 8?
2,112.
Good. So if 264 times 8 is 2,112, then 264 times 80 is going to be 2,100. Is going to be 21,120. Okay, I'm going to permanently. And then we have these two products and we find the sum. Yes, ma'am.
There's different ways you can do the drop the egg thing.
Yeah?
At my old school, we used to do X's and O's.
Oh,
You
yeah.
would cross out the number that was the
Good. But I want you to know the why. Why it goes there. Because we're starting in the tens place. Then I just have to find the sum of these two products. The sum of these two products. And my helper will be Jacob M. What goes in my ones place?
2.
2. What goes in my tens place?
3.
3. What goes in my hundreds place?
2.
2. What goes in my thousands place?
3.
3. What goes in my 10,000s place?
2.
Jacob M., how do you say that number?
23,232.
23,232. Jacob M., what's the value of that 3?
3,000.
3,000. The value of that 3 is 3,000. Look at there. Look at there. We learned why the 0 goes there. We talked about how easy it is to multiply, even though there are a handful of you in here who looked at this and was like, oh my goodness, this is so hard.
It's so easy.
And it's not, because you're multiplying one digit by one digit.
No.
You guys are way distracted by the rain, so I'm going to
It's okay, I can hear rain.
eliminate that.
Okay, that's good. Just turn on the lights and make it blue. But I can't see that.
I'm going to put 2 of them up here. You're going to take this 2, and you're going to solve these 2. And then I'll call on people to go over them. So, Matilda, give me a 3-digit number.
933.
900 what?
33.
933. Matilda, give me a 2-digit number.
72.
72. Jacob J, give me a 3-digit number.
723.
723. Jacob J, give me a 2-digit number.
5. I'm 55.
55. All right, in your journal, solve this 1 step at a time. Use your brain. Realize how easy it is.
I know.
In about 6 minutes, I'll restart the video and we'll go over it. So those of you watching in Shanghai, pause the video, solve these 2 problems, turn the video back on, and then we will solve them. So just a mini boom shakalaka. Welcome back, and thank you for joining us again for part 2 of our 3-digit by 2-digit multiplication. Our next friend who's going to help us is Cade. Cade, I am going to multiply here, and this product is going to be the same thing as saying 933 times 2. Because I have 933 times the ones place, which is 2. So, Cade, what is the ones place times the ones place? 6. Cade, what is the ones place times the tens place?
6.
Cade, what is the ones place times the hundreds place? 18. So if I gave you the problem, 933 times 2, most of you would be like, got it. That's not hard. Boom, shakalaka. Piece of cake.
Yeah.
Well, it is. 933 times 2, very easy. You can all multiply that. Now this product right here is the product of 933 times 70. If I have a 0 in the ones place and I'm multiplying, all I have to do is put my 0 in the ones place and then multiply my 933 times 7. Yes, ma'am? Oh, I don't know. I gotta ask Team Shake.
Do you want me like can we do it on the board or something?
Well, I can't record you on the board.
My YouTube channel.
SCN 7 times 3 is
21.
21. So I have 110 and 2 hundreds. 7 times 3 is
21.
21 plus 2 is
23.
23. 3 hundreds, 2 thousands. 7 times 9
63.
plus 2,
65.
65. So I have 65,310 as my product of 933 and 70. This is my product of 933 and 70. Every single time I multiplied 1 digit by 1 digit. If you can multiply 1 digit by 1 digit, these are easy. So I don't care if I gave you 73 digits times 73 digits, you're still only multiplying 1 digit by 1 digit at a time. Traditionally, students come into my class thinking multiplication's difficult, and it's not. Dylan. It's right here, Dylan. You got called on, Dylan. Team Shake. Don't get mad at me. Team Shake did it.
But I don't look at you, so you don't call on me.
Dylan, we're going to add these two products together. So Dylan, what's going to go in the ones place? 6. Dylan, what's going to go in the tens place? Dylan, what's the sum of the hundreds place? So I have 11 hundreds, which is 100 and 1,000. Dylan, what's the sum in the thousands place? Plus 1 is? Because we carried that one. Good. And in the 10,000s place, Dylan?
6.
It is 6. So Dylan, how do you say that number?
67,000. Oh, wait.
Good. 67,000. How do you say this number?
176.
67,176. Hey Dylan, what is the value of the 6? 10,000. So if I have 6 10,000s, how many do I have?
6 10,000.
60. Good. The value of this is 60,000. Because that's 6 10,000s. So the value is 60,000. So in this problem, all I'm doing here is multiplying 723 times 5 and 723 times 50. I'm taking my second factor, putting it in an expanded form. Now when we've done some number talks on addition, some of you have done that. You've broken it into expanded form when you did your adding. I'm just saying.
What?
I'm just saying. Let's see who we call on here. Will. Will, we're going to multiply our ones place through. So Will, what's my ones place times my ones place? 15. I have 15 ones. Or 5 ones and 1 10. Same value. Will, what's my ones place times my tens place?
10.
Plus I carried the extra 10, makes it 11. So I have 11 tens, which is the same as saying 110 and 100. Will, what's my ones place times my hundreds place?
35.
Plus the 1 extra 100 I had? 36. How do you say that number, Will?
3,600.
3,615. Now I'm multiplying. Let me see. I just did 5 times 3. I know how to do that. I did 5 times 2. I know how to do that. I did 5 times 7. I know how to do that. So I've just multiplied one digit at a time. That's it. Let's see. Matthew. Okay, let me ask you a question, Matthew. If 723 times 5 is 3,615, what do you think 723 times 50 would be?
3,600. 36.
36,000.
150.
Good, 36,150. Because all I had to do was put the 0 there, because I'm multiplying by 50 and not 5. And then the rest of the numbers stay the same. Boom shakalaka, Matthew. You're a brilliant. You are a brilliant young man. That's what I like to hear. She's not here. Noah's not here. Sorry they're not here. We had an Ebola outbreak here in class. Brady! What goes in my ones place?
5,
My tens?
6,
My hundreds?
7,
My thousands?
9,
9. My 10,000s?
3.
Brady, how do you say that number?
30,000, 9,000,
30. Say that number.
39,000
What place values the 9 in?
and 76.
No.
Say
Say that number.
700 39,765.
Good. 39,765. 39,765. But again, a 1 digit by a 1 digit, and a 1 digit by a 1 digit, and a 1 digit by a 1 digit. It never gets any more difficult than that. This is as difficult as this. The only difference is there are more steps. But if I said, hey, walk over to the window, you could walk over to the window, right? Or if I said, walk to the cafeteria, is that any harder? No. There are just more steps. There are just more steps in this than there is in this. It's not any more difficult. You don't have to walk differently to get to the cafeteria than you do to get to the window. It's just more steps. It's not more difficult. Boom! Shakalaka! Peace out! God bless! Love ya! Do something kind today!